The CEO was stunned when he saw that the little boy had 6 fingers on his left hand, but instead of being scared, he immediately kneeled in front of the boy's mother, slapping himself and repeatedly apologizing because he himself also had 6 fingers. This trait ran only in their family's bloodline. As soon as he saw the boy, he understood that this was his long-lost real son. 6 years ago, after an accident, he could only leave 1 sperm sample, but due to a mistake by the hospital nurse, that sample was given to an unknown girl. When the CEO's mother found out, she ordered that the girl be found at any cost. But 6 years passed, and the girl was not found. They assumed that maybe the child had not been born since 6 fingers would appear as soon as the baby was born in their family. In fact, the girl did give birth to the child and raised him alone, but due to his 6 fingers, the boy was constantly bullied in school. To pay for his treatment, she took her son to an affluent family to pair him with their child and made him wear a glove on his right hand. Little did they know that the house they arrived at was the home of the boy's real grandmother, who had adopted a child from an orphanage due to the grief of not finding her true heir. When the grandmother heard the boy's voice, she felt an odd sense of familiarity and signaled her adopted child to act rebellious so that they could be kicked out. But just then, the CEO returned and felt a strange connection upon seeing the boy. He allowed him to stay and play for the day. However, as soon as the game was over, the maid threw the mother and son out. When she saw the boy's 6 fingers, she was shocked and began thinking about how, if the child wasn't in the house, the family's wealth would be hers. So, she secretly took some of the boy's hair for a DNA test, hoping to label him as from a bad lineage at the next party. At the party, the boy gave the grandmother a protective charm, but the maid snatched it away and insulted him, saying that she had adopted him only for a small piece of the wealth. The boy drops it, and the maid calls him wild and fatherless, which angers the grandmother. The maid then accuses the girl of being immoral in front of the crowd and pulls off the boy's glove, showing the 6 fingers, which causes the mother to slap the maid and try to leave with her son. But the maid calls for bodyguards, who separate them, and she hits the mother on the head with a vase before attempting to strike the boy as well. At that moment, the CEO intervenes and stops her. The maid then makes excuses, claiming she was protecting the family's honor and that the boy was a monster. The CEO shows his own hand with 6 fingers, silencing everyone. Just then, the DNA report arrives, confirming that the boy is their real grandson. Hearing this, the grandmother's eyesight is restored, and she emotionally hugs the boy. With the truth revealed, the family apologizes to the mother and son, and the boy tearfully says, "Dad, I miss you so much."